Hey, what's going on guys? Quamii here, and welcome back to the channel and another Escape From Tarkov video. I've decided to do a video on a particular topic around Escape From Tarkov. This is a topic I feel like should be elaborated on and talked about, since it's something that I've seen happen a fair bit with the players within the Tarkov community. And I'd like to give my thoughts and opinions on this topic. So, what we're going to be talking about specifically today is the end of wipe, or end game Tarkov, or late game Tarkov. So if you're wondering what is late game, or what does that even mean, what we're talking about is when we're deep in a wipe, the majority of the people have finished their quests. Most people are probably above level 40. Pretty much everyone is geared and people are waiting on the next wipe. I'm even going to be telling you some of my own little secrets of why I like late game Tarkov so much, and I'm even going to tell you why it's good and what that means for you, the other players in the game. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you like what you're hearing or interested in what I have to say, give the video a thumbs up for me, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tick the notification bell sign so you know when my videos go live for you. Subscribing to the channel helps me out quite a bit, guys, and allows me to continue to keep doing video content for YouTube, so thank you to everyone who has supported me so far. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to watch me live for some interactive gameplay, don't forget to drop by the live stream and say hello sometime. I stream 6 days a week at twitch.tv/Quamii. All other details will be in the description box below. Right, well now we got that stuff out of the way, let's get into the video. Alrighty, so let's talk about late game Tarkov and why I decided to do this video on that topic. I've been seeing a very common pattern between the players in the Tarkov community for quite a long time now. Probably ever since I started, and after my first wipe, which was about 2 years ago I think, I started to notice this with a lot of the players. Now, what's happening is people will play at the start of a wipe, nice and dandy, and they're all excited and wipe, we love the wipe, blah 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 blah. They hit level 40, and then they're like, immediately like, I'm done, I finished the game, and they just stop playing. They literally stop playing after they hit level 40. This is, like, to me, this is really strange, like, and it's bizarre. Obviously the game isn't over, but for some reason after level 40 they feel like they have no more reason to play, and I think this is the wrong mentality to have. Some people won't even bother to try and get the Kappa container, which, if you don't know what the Kappa container is, it's a container that is the reward for doing all the quests, minus the fact of a couple of quests which are optional, which are not needed for the Kappa container. But generally speaking, Kappa is the final thing that you need to get. For some reason, people have this thing going on in their heads that after they've hit level 40, the game's done. And they literally just, they're like, oh boy, there we go, let's wait for the next wipe. It's just like, what? It's very strange. I think the reason for this is because after they've hit level 40, they now have access to the level 4 traders, which gives them access to everything that the traders have to offer. Some people don't even make it that far that I've seen. I've seen a few people, they stop playing because they are not ahead of the curve anymore. If anyone who's heard of that term before, which is ridiculous. That's an absolute joke. And if you don't know what that means, but the head of the curve, what it means is that after a fresh wipe has happened and you play as much as you can, right, and you power level to get your character up, you level them up as quickly as possible by doing quests, PvPing, etc. They will be a higher level than most of the other people that are playing, so then they will have access to better gear, so therefore they will be more geared than everyone else. And that's what that means, trying to get ahead of the curve, as they say. And they keep doing this until they feel like everyone else has caught up with them or surpassed them, and then after that's done, they give up and they don't play the game anymore until when? You would have guessed it, until the next wipe, and then they do it again. I gotta be honest, people actually think this is a thing where they need to be, quote unquote, ahead of the curve in order to play, otherwise the game is, quote unquote, too difficult. So to you people who play this way, let's be real for a second here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be real. So what you're really telling me is this: You're too shit to play like everyone else, so you can only play when you have the advantage over all the other players, or the majority of the players. That's what you're telling me. Because your skills are so bad, you need an advantage all the time to play the game. That's what you're telling me. I'm sorry if it's mean, but I call it how it is, and that's the truth. I think people don't realize that eventually when the game is fully released, because the game is still in beta, or beta, whatever you want to call it, that there will be no more wipes. So relying on a wipe so you can stay ahead isn't going to help you. The only thing that's really going to help you in the end is you. You're going to have to get better, man, and that's the honest truth. Otherwise, you're just going to keep dying. And let me tell you from first-hand experience that this game is very, very punishing. And it can also be very rewarding too, to go with that. But you're going to have to improve your skills and get better at PvPing if you want to get ahead. Instead of trying to be ahead of the curve, you should be focusing on your mistakes and work out the kinks in your gameplay where it's weak and try to fix them. And that's all in my own opinion, of course. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm even talking about this, or why does it even matter if people decide to quit after level 40, or if people quit and they don't even wait till late wipe or whatever. And if you want to stop playing and not play late game or late into the wipe, or for whatever reason, or even if it's simply like because you don't see a point in playing or whatever, then that's your business, man. That is your business. But I'm going to tell you why I think it's important and why it's a damn good idea to stick around and play out the entire wipe. Late game or late wipe is actually a really, really good opportunity to improve your PvP skills. Using this time when it's late game, because you've done all your quests and you should have plenty of money and all that, you should use that time just to go and PvP and try to level up a little bit on your skills. So why not capitalize on the situation and work on PvPing? People will also be saying things like, oh, I'm going to wait till the wipe to play again. And I've heard this so many times when it's like, I'm probably around level 45-ish, level 50, and people already say, oh, I'm going to wait till the next wipe. I'm going to wait till the next wipe. And I think no one actually knows when the wipe is, right? And because of this, I think they should just keep playing instead of waiting for the wipe. Because not even BSG, Battlestate Games, the company who does Escape From Tarkov, even they don't know when it's going to be. Like, look what happened for the 12.9 patch, the 12.9 wipe. Literally the day before, they're just like, oh, by the way, tomorrow there's going to be a wipe, guys. And everyone's just like, what? Excuse me? Yeah, so that's what happened. They just told us the day before, and then bada bim, bada boom, the next day there was a wipe. And it's weird because usually they will run like little events, which will go for a few days, sometimes longer, sometimes less. But this time they legit just skipped all that and then just went straight into the wipe. The point is, no one knows when it's going to be. So you could be waiting potentially a very long time. You could be waiting weeks, maybe even months. I mean, it could even be a year for all we know. It probably won't be a year, let's be honest. But it could be, right? Knowing Battlestate Games, it could be. So you could be waiting, let's just say for an example, 6 months for the wipe, just so you can play again, when you could have been playing for that entire 6 months of improving your skills and getting better at PvPing. You could use that entire 6 whole months of gameplay and getting experience, right? So think about how much you could have improved with an additional, and not to mention learning what you could learn as well, with that additional 6 months time of practice. But for some people, for some reason, people don't see it that way. And it boggles me as to why they would let such an opportunity pass by. I think part of the reason for this is the mentality of the players in the game. A lot of people have next to no interest in fighting against the other players. They just want to be able to sit in a room and loot and mind their own business and be left alone. And once they're done looting, they will leave the raid. And that's it. That's all they want to do. People need to understand that this is a game that has both PvE and PvP elements, and not just one or the other. The people who want to approach the game like this will probably never improve their PvP skills, and if they do improve, it wouldn't be all that much. I know it probably sounds like I'm shit talking or trying to put the people down who play this way, but I'm really not. I'm genuinely not. What I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to be encouraging. I'm trying to explain to everyone that there is a better way to go about it, and you yourself will benefit from this greatly. I also think part of this is because that they are scared of dying and losing their gear, which is why they choose not to fight with the other players, and which in turn means it's a form of gear fear. So I've been doing this for every wipe so far. I would use the time in late game after I've done with the quests to solely play for the PvP and work on my skills, and I'm suggesting to you to do the same. If you are unsure on how you should go about doing this, try and figure out your strengths and weaknesses. Why don't you start with that? For example, for myself, I know I'm really good at spraying with my guns and recoil control. So that's why I will always choose to spray even when it's early wipe, because I know my shots will land. And I happen to be really good at close quarter combat, and places I know I'm really good at fighting in are places like the dorms on customs, for example, and also the health resort on shoreline. These are places that I feel in particular that I excel at. But the question is, do you know what you're good at? Do you know what your strengths are? If you don't know what you're good at in this game, then how the hell are you supposed to know what you're weak at and where you need to make improvements, you know? This is why I value late game so much, because I use this time to figure all this stuff out. Most people wouldn't be doing this because when it's generally around mid game, people are mostly questing, right? And when it gets late to the wipe, they don't want to play anymore. So instead, they would rather just wait for the next wipe. So for the people who just skip late game completely, they're going to be missing out on this great opportunity to figure all this stuff out as well. It's because I did this sort of stuff is the reason why I improve so much, and I've said this before, I'm always trying to improve and work on my game, and you guys can do it too. So I think that's gonna just about do it, guys. That's pretty much all I wanted to say for today's video. I know it probably sounded more like a rant, but I swear I was trying to be encouraging and informative. I'm probably not too good at sounding encouraging, so it's whatever. It's whatever. For you people who have been struggling to improve, I just want to say to you guys are welcome to send me your gameplay if you want me to review it, and we can go over it, and I can give you my thoughts and opinions on where I think you need to make improvements. So if you're interested in that, we can watch it and review it when I'm live streaming. Just message me on Discord if you want to send me some footage over. People have done this before, and I'm more than happy to keep doing it. I recently did a review of one of our viewers' footage whilst I was live, and I may put that footage of my review up on YouTube. This viewer was having trouble figuring out his mistakes and where he could improve, and he said he learned so much from my review, so he's a happy chappy. So a big thank you to Kinho for sending me his gameplay footage. Thank you, buddy. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me, and I will be putting up more beginners guides, highlights, and maybe other thoughts and opinions videos on the channel. And I've also started learning DayZ, so I will most likely be doing a couple of videos for that. So if you're interested in that, then hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you know when my videos go live for you. And subscribing to the channel helps me out quite a bit, guys, so thank you all so much so far for the support. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the live stream and say hello sometime. I stream 6 days a week at twitch.tv/Quamii. All other details will be in the description box below. Remember to hang in there, because if I can do it, then you can do it too, and there's nothing special about me. So don't give up, keep improving, stay quam, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.